Yo, what's up? Beautiful next video, man. Y'all stay real. All right, peace. People, wonderful people out there. I'm back again with another topic video, or just to get in touch with you type of thing, and use this technology to do so. Such a nice advantage, or such a nice thing to be able to do. I am King A.D.S. out here in the Inland Empire, and I am back here doing another vlog type of deal, whichever way you want to call it, an episode or whatever, and just freestyling just because I had the feeling, man, and I want to make sure that I'm reaching out and connecting with people. I hope that you are all beating the heat wave right now wherever you're at, and like I had stated in other videos that my AC was out. I think I stated in the last video that my AC was out, so I become resourceful in methods and tracking the sun and all that kind of jazz. But I've got it to work out pretty good, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not dying in here, but I do have the fans on, and they will continue to run. I apologize if that bothers you, but I do not feel bad, as like I said, I'm not dying in here right now. So so that I'm guilt-free about, you know what I mean? But I hope that you're staying cool and calm and collected and relaxed, and or doing something active and fun. I'll tell you what, I woke up today and one of the first things on my phone was my big sis Neb Love, as I call her, my big sis, but she's awesome and so talented and amazing, and is the cause of so much of me learning so much in the music business, you know, at a young age, you know what I mean? But we're still tight and still good people till the very end. And and that's what I like to do, is have quality people in my life, in my circle. You know, I'm a Leo. Shouts to all the Leos right now. Happy birthday to you. This is our time. But like, you know, that we're loyal to default most of the time. So, you know, I stay loyal to good people. You know what I mean? And they reached out to me and was like, I'm at a pool. They're gonna do a pool party / show today, and wanted to see if I could rock. And to be honest, I have a big job coming up tomorrow, and I'm also healing up and trying to get stronger in other ways too. So I can't take too many chances, and so I had to, you know, I'm not gonna do the show today. I gotta just lay low, you know, and take it easy. But you know, I had to make an executive decision. But man, I would have loved to be there though, because that sounded like the place to be. You know, it's gonna be funk and all kinds of good music and good people, and just a great atmosphere and everything out there in Orange County. Shouts to all my Orange County peeps. Make some noise, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, got some good peeps over there in Orange County as well. But yeah, that's where it was taking place, and I know this is going to be a great atmosphere and a great time, you know what I mean, all the way around. But no, I had, you know, I had to just, you know, stick to my guns and be disciplined and focus, and get ready for me to do this job. And the job tomorrow is going to be kind of crazy, you know what I mean? So I got to make sure that I'm on point indefinitely, you know, and just kind of lay low. And then but that kind of like inspired me to talk about what I've seen. No, well, actually, is that and another video or two that I saw today, and excuse me, that I saw today. But it kind of encompassed choices, right? Choices like use discipline, pick your battles wisely type of deals. And one of the gentlemen, I think his name is Big Ward, the genius or something like that, shouts to them. They're doing very well with what they do in their segment, with their segments and episodes that they put out and everything. But I like to just, you know, check people out, man, and see what they're doing. And but some things will resonate, right? And they were talking about the choices they made when they were younger and where it led them. And it's kind of like a video that was for younger people. Like, you know, as we get older, we do have some wisdom from experiences, and we can tell you some things you want to do, and could definitely tell you things you don't want to do, right? Like, that's kind of like the same even trade that's going to happen to every human experience on the planet. No one's going to be unique or immune to that. You know, hindsight is 2020 always, right? But yeah, it's like, and it's weird because it made me, talked about how he liked to party, and just to have fun, right? Just to feel free and have fun, and put off some of the disciplines, as I'm sure a lot of us do. I think most of us have done those things, but um, but he's saying maybe you should focus on those studies on that business first. And I remember actually when I got a new perspective early in my life, and I think that's another reason I wanted to, shout out Neb Love and everything. And as I was saying, because there's so much I learned right away, where it's like other people that I was able to be around and their experiences and their successes and stories, and they were like, don't be party guy, right? And I did an old video years ago, and it was talking about that, like, don't be party guy, like when you go out to these events, like if you're networking or you're trying to make things happen in your life in general, just don't party it away. You know what I mean? Take advantage of the opportunities you have now. Youth is a gift, right? Often wasted on a young, as they say. It's a riddle, right? Because if we took the energy that we had and used it towards those things that we may not perceive as interesting or fun at that moment, that part that we need to work out that's weak, that we would just, excel miles ahead. And then later, things are a bit easier to manage, so you can party, you can take vacations, you can do all those things, because now you're the owner, or you have multiple things in a pot, and you're just well off. Hopefully that's the way. It doesn't mean that just because you do all the right things that nothing can go wrong, because it definitely can. You lose sometimes, you win, you can't always win, so things happen, right? But just saying that prioritizing in the choices and decisions being made make a big difference. And I'm even guilty of that stuff. Everybody wants to. I remember when I was a kid, because I'm an only child. So one of the thoughts that was so unnatural for a little kid to have, that I had, was, oh man, there's no brothers or sisters, I have no one who's younger or older, so it's all on me. Oh, I'm never gonna have any fun. That's exactly what I thought in my head. I was a kid and I had that thought. Like, I thought that I had to be so responsible, you know what I mean? Like, there would be no time for me to do anything else. Like, I just, in my head. And so I think that kind of pushed me towards being more of a free spirit, which was not bad, but it also, you know, would have been, I wish I didn't have that perspective or stigma at the time, right? I don't know how that developed, but it did. I had an inner vision. I just said, man, you're not going to go anywhere. All you're going to do is work. But ironically, later on, when there's something that you want to accomplish or achieve, or something that maybe you have to maintain, you're going to end up putting the lion's share of your focus, devotion, and time into that anyway. So it's better that you start learning that younger rather than older, because it's less painful when you're already adjusted and you're conditioned, so you've already adapted, right? Be flexible, adapt, right? That comes back around. But yeah, so it was like, don't be party guy. And I remember also when I got a little older and I was like maybe 19, 20, which I'd say 19 in those years, not the greatest years for me, but it became clear to me that some of the imagery and some of the conversations were mixed up, right? Like that I would have with friends of different circles, and there were things that I noticed, like the people who had it together, or working towards having it together and a good, well on their way, they would party and do stuff and go and have fun. And then there's people who didn't have it together that kind of wanted to do the same things. And when you're young, I think it's harder to make that discernment, that it's easier to have a good time when you already have your ish together, right? So a misinterpretation of just being able to have fun without handling the responsibility, right? Like how they always say, work before play. It's not like it's foreign or alien to anybody, but it's just something that comes into choices. So maybe the flow right now is choices, and that's kind of like what inspired me. I had to make some choices as soon as I woke up, and had another individual that I know very well for years that I went and helped out because they made a decision that actually did not work out for them too well today, and it's hot outside. And this individual, I call him Old Man Bill. We've known each other for years through circumstances, and good guy at heart. Um, but certain times you can befriend things that will betray you. You know what I'm saying? Some things you befriend as a concept, not just social circles, but an ideology that you can enforce upon yourself, and you choose to go with it. A lot stemming from pride, or resentment, or not resentment as much as guilt, right? Maybe you don't want to be a burden. Maybe you feel like you should be able to do this or that. But sometimes in life, you need to be humble too, and accept a little humiliation in your life, and be normal, and you will continue to grow. But overstep that and go against that grain, and perhaps things get a lot worse really quick. And that's actually what happened today. They made a decision. They didn't want to call anybody and bother anybody. I understand. I think we all get it. But at this point, what ended up happening was unexpected, and they're going through some changes. And he's also told me from time to time, he says, tell people my story, tell people about what I did, you know. And but this I'm just sharing because of circumstantial, topic, like material, like the topic, but they ended up taking a walk. They were supposed to take a walk to a nearby area to grab something that they needed. They ended up overshooting that area and walking in the wrong directions for like maybe another 3/4 of a mile, and then finally called and said, I got myself in a pickle. And I said, how? And they said, I kind of can't remember. You know what I mean? Because they are getting a little older. Even getting around mobility wise is a bit of a challenge for them as well. So, I definitely, got everything together, and then went ahead and gave them a hand, got them a ride. I went over there, picked them up, and everything like that. But yeah, man. So, choices seems to be the theme. And when someone else dropped on the choice, dropped some stuff on the choices too, I said, hey, you know what? Maybe that's the flow. So I'll just go with the flow, you know what I mean, of the river, where it's going. I just go where the river flows into the place it knows, right? Peaceful and slow. Let the river flow. That's how we do it. So anyway, man, I hope you enjoyed the video. I always enjoy spending time with y'all. I hope you enjoy all the music that's on the channel right now, and check out all the catalogs, King A.D.S stuff, the Almighty Grind stuff, Theta Mob, Cosmic Rock Box, the Bar Sweat and Years mixes, the A.D.S and GTP, what is it called? Oh my God, Daydreams and Sunsets. Oh my God, there's just so much going on that I try to keep it all together, and sometimes it's rough. Elevated Soul presents A.D.S. I think that's still there. Just check out the stuff. I hope you enjoy it. Right now, I've been putting up a lot more summer vibe stuff, as I just stated in other stuff, other videos. Got, like I said, the Daydreams and Sunsets summer spring reunion project up, A.D.S, King A.D.S and GTP, things that are geared more towards summer type of vibes and stuff. And so I think we already had Cali Sun up for a while. That song was done for a while, and out and everything. And then we already had the project in mind, but we finally put the screws to it and got it to a close as an EP. You know what I mean? But it's themed for the spring and summer type of season type of stuff. So it's got some stuff that's mellow. It's got some stuff that's up tempo. Right now I just put it's got the song You're the One. That one's for the ladies. So ladies, come on in and party with me. Spend some time and sip some wine and feeling mighty fine when we on the rhymes. Yeah, and I just hope you enjoy that. I also just put up The Coast. It's called The Coast, and it's got like an island type of feel to it. Very relaxing, refreshing type of feel that I think we all could appreciate in this heat, in this weather. We just keep it mellow, and kind of like Neb is doing right now at that pool party, man. That sounds so awesome, Man, I would have loved to go and rock with the legends. I really would have, but I am, just sticking to my guns and doing some diligence, man. I hope it all does some good. You know what I mean? That's what I make those decisions for, because I would love to just be everywhere and doing everything. But sometimes, we gotta, you know, uh, ride the roller coaster all the way through. So it is what it is. I'm all good though. And but man, yeah, please like, subscribe, hype the video, share the video. All of it's deeply appreciated. It's just all about connecting, man, connecting and making a community of people together where we have like similar energy and can just and share and everything. Yeah, drop something in the comments that's positive or add to it. If there's a topic you want to hear me talk about or something, that anything like that too, I'd be interested in knowing that stuff. So definitely don't be a stranger. You know what I'm saying? But till the next one, man. I love you guys. Stay safe. Stay cool. Stay making good decisions. Right, making good choices, and keep smiling, man. Keep smiling. And to the next, keep smiling, keep being loving and compassionate. There you go. And I try to make sure I say something good, but to the next.